In this lesson, we'll discuss Arduino Programming Language using an Integrated Development Environment (IDE) to prepare an Arduino sketch. Arduino Programming Language Components: structure, variables, functions. Let's go. Structure: basic syntax, arithmetic operators, control structures, comparison operators, Boolean operators. Variables: constants, their types, scope. Functions: digital input-output functions, analog input-output functions, math function, serial communication function, and define your ones. The basic syntax of the Arduino C, it's like C or C++. Each statement ends in a semicolon. If there is a package or some steps like the loop functions, loops, condition statements, there will be curly braces containing all the steps or sentences, like this one for the while loop control. The comments: single line comment, double slash, multi-line comment, slash asterisk, then close with asterisk slash. Hashtag define, used to give a name to constant value. Example: define lead bin 3. Lead bin 3 is a constant. The arithmetic operators: plus, minus, and multiplication and division, as you see here. Structure or control structure. Control structure, we have the if statement like this: if condition, and then the curly braces, and then the statements inside. Maybe include comments. If else, if condition, else another statements or different statements. The for structure or for loop. This is the anatomy of the for loop. For, the keyword for, and then the parentheses, and there the declare variable optional, and this the counter, which is initialized with equal the initial value, and there is a test or condition to be verified, and there is increment or decrement for this counter. Okay. Don't forget this the curly process after the condition or the structure, the main structure of the for loop. It's contained the statements will be repeated continuously until the condition is false. There is also in the control structure the switch case. I have variable, I test this variable if okay, so this variable has many values. If the value, if case 1, then it will obey and execute statements in case 1. If its value of the value is case 2, and so on. And you have break, and there may be continue, and there is a default case at the end. So there is also the comparison operators: equal, not equal, less than, greater than, less than or equal, more than or equal. And the equal here, not equal, it's not one single equal, but it's double equal. Don't make a mistake here. Boolean operators: logical and, double and, logical or. As you see, this is the logical or, this is the logical and symbol. Not اللي هي الامpersand. Okay. Variables. Variables, they have constants, the types, scope. A constant may be high or low, or true or false. So it's in digital. This happen in digital bins. logical levels, false or or true or high or low. It's logical. In addition, there is integers or floating, like the integer, like the decimal integer to 101 and so on. Floating point like 1.5, 10.05, as you see. Variable data type. Void data type is used in the function declaration when the function is not returning any value. Void setup, void loop. We have, don't forget that we have the main section in Arduino C, the void setup and void loop. Boolean, it's data type. The variable name is running to the value is false or true. So if running, if it's true, the condition is true, then it will execute the statement, do something. If it's false, no execution. It will execute after else if there is else. Variable data types, character or char, char. The variable here, my character or my char is equal A, symbol A, or my char equal 64, and here is the ASCII code, and both are equivalent. Both are equivalent because here is the ASCII code, and the table of ASCII code is found in this link. There is another, the type float and double. Okay. Variable scope. Scope, global versus local. Global, it's seen in different functions outside the function, defined outside the function, and maybe watched or seen in more than one function. Local, it's only visible or shown in just inside its function, which is defined in it. There is also a static keyword. It's used to create variables that are visible to only one function. But however, unlike local variables that get created and destroyed every time a function is called, this is the local. While static variables persist behind the function call, preserving their data between function calls. For example, static integer A. Functions. Here we have different types of functions: digital input function, analog input functions, mass functions, serial communication function. Defining your own. You can create your own function. The bin mode. We have two arguments here inside this function: bin and mode. Configure the specified bin to be have either as input or an output. This is the mode argument. Who controls this? If it's input or output. And the bin is the bin number. Digital write, the same, but here you will write high or low inside the value, while value has high or low value, and the bin is the bin number. Digital read, you will read the value from a specified digital bin. The result will be either high or low because it's digital read. Analog reference. The default reference voltage is 5 voltage. Default. This can be changed to different type and different resolution using this function. Maybe 4 voltage, 3 voltage. Analog read. Reads the value from specified analog bin. Analog inputs اللي هم ال6 pins in the Arduino on from 0 to 5. It's a value from 0 to 1023 represents the voltage from 0 to volt. Okay, it takes about 0.1 milliseconds to read an analog bin. Analog write, this will write some value analog, okay, using the PWM wave bins. Okay, value duty cycle between 0 or always off and 2055 always on. Works on bins 3, 5, 6 10, 9 and 11 which has a wave signal on side beside it. Function math: minimum x or y, the minimum value of x or y, the maximum of x or y, absolute of x, الباور exponential base to exponential base والexponent والsquare root. المap there is 4 arguments here, or 4 parameters inside the map function: value from low, from high to low to high, and this mapping from the values from low and from high to low to high. There is trigonometric functions such as sine, cosine, and tan, and also are also available. Function serial communication, typically used to communicate between the Arduino board and the computer via USB port or USB cable, like the serial dot begin, and this is the baud rate, which is famous, and its value is 9600 bits per second. Serial dot print, value format, like serial dot print 78 gives 78, as you see here, as you watch. This is the function. Serial dot print line, the value prints variable followed by carriage return. Function defining your function, you can create your function here. Arduino examples in the next sessions will take videos about Arduino example. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive every new video we upload, and support us with your like and good words to encourage us to continue. Share this if you like it with your colleagues and your social media. Thanks for watching.